Finally, with many of the main cast getting various alternate versions, it's time for Euden himself to get an alternate variant outside of his Gula version. He is now a 5-star Shadow Dagger unit and is given to all players who participate in the latest raid event. As a welfare unit, it isn't expected for him to be top tier, and that is pretty much the case through his kit. However, he has some roles that he can fill through some of the characteristics of his skills and abilities. Let's check them out, shall we? His first skill, Seaside Circlet, costs 2640 SP. It deals 2164% damage and inflicts Shadow Blight. The skill deals relatively good damage considering its incredibly low cost. Speaking of cost, this skill has the lowest SP cost among all Shadow Blight skills we have currently, with the first runner-up being Alberius at 3360 SP. This makes Euden a great Shadow Blight applicator. Overall, this skill is a good skill with high damage in Shadow Blight at the cost of relatively low amount of SP. His second skill, Exalted Skies, costs 3960 SP. It deals 1800% damage and reduces enemy defense by 10% for 10 seconds. It has lower damage than the first skill, but it's still good damage nonetheless. This skill also shares the benefit of low SP cost, which in this case is even more beneficial as it allows a defense debuff to be applied more frequently, and being a debuff means that it doesn't cause resistance to increase over time. This plus his first skill makes Euden a very good bot unit that focuses on applying Shadow Blight and defense reduction. Overall, this skill is very similar to his first skill, with low SP cost, good damage, and a good accompanying effect. Summer Euden has the typical 10% critical rate co-ability and an impressive 20% Dragon Haste Chain co-ability. Both of these are good co-abilities, especially the latter, which works very well with Shadow Dragon focused units, such as Lafner, Summer Mim, Alberius, and Summer Leo. For his abilities, they are very similar to the pre-mana spiral version of Euden's original variant. He has Dragon's Claws, which increase strength permanently during each shapeshift by 6%, 15%, and 30% for his first, second, and third shapeshift. This is a good match with his 20% Dragon Haste, but highly I doubt that Euden will make much use of this ability. He is resistant to paralysis, which may be more preferable than blindness resistance. His last ability isn't combat related at all, only increasing player EXP intake by 15%, which is only useful for players that are just starting their journey. Summer Euden has coincidentally an identical kit to the one of original Euden's, besides the element, co-ability, resistance, damage modifiers, and the degree of defense reduction. Comparing his overall kit to current Shadow units, he certainly has no place for a main control unit whatsoever. However, his low SP cost does allow him to perform as a bot unit, providing Shadow Blight, defense reduction and Dragon Haste, as well as the strength and defense buffs for the duration of the event. For this, a standard offense build will certainly work on him. For his weapon, the obviously Chinese named dagger is the one to go. The increased attack rate from one of its skills can help him gain SP faster, and the defensive skill and ability allows him to stay alive when he's in a bind. Again, I wouldn't recommend any Shadow Dagger other than this, unless you're just starting out and have not obtained a sufficiently strong team to fight Kayan. For his dragon, his best option is shared by most offense units, and that is Reborn Nidhogg, with high damage mods. However, I rather pair Nidhogg with another Shadow offense unit, so the second best option is either Azazel or Ramiel. Azazel allows his skills to be activated much faster, while Ramiel allows dragon focus units in the team to get a head start thanks to the 50% dragon prep. The latter is what I chose to allow my main control to fully engage quickly. For his Wimprints, these are what I chose for him for a bot role. He has a lot of skill haste, including an additional 6% from the Bow's Boon affinity bonus. Summer Euden is definitely a welfare unit with relatively underwhelming skills and abilities. Despite his underwhelming kit, he does have his strengths. He has the lowest SP cost available for shadowblight applying skills, which works especially well with shadowblight resistance reduction abilities, such as the one found on Euden's eldest brother. His combination of co-abilities are great too, especially with dragon focus units, which the shadow element certainly has a lot of. These characteristics make him an effective bot unit, mainly spamming shadow blight and defense reduction. Overall, he may not be a top performer, but he certainly shines as a bot unit. Now go out there and put higher graphic settings for the game, as Euden has unique skill animations that only he possesses right now. That's all from me. Moga out.